Tonight's video is a request from a subscriber who wanted to find out how we should relate to women. And basically, what the guy's concern is simply how honest should men be with women. I tell you, what I find amazing is I remember saying I do not want any women tuning into this video, but I'm shocked to see how many women are tuning in already. I mean, women, what it is you want to know that I'm supposed to be telling men about stop protecting women's ego? You want to hear what I'm going to tell the men about your ego, don't you? Our lives are always so amusing, eh? So anyhow, as I was saying, a subscriber asked me to tell him about women and their egos and just how honest men should be with regards to women and how they feel and stuff. And the problem I have with this is the reason men aren't able to really tell women, and I'm laughing because it's just always so funny to me, but the reason men aren't able to tell women honestly how they feel is because some men are simply scared out of their minds that if they are honest with women, they will be rejected. And the truth is, if men are actually more honest and direct with women, they will be more successful. Because you end up in situations where women are seeking a challenge. I mean, okay, so we have a number of women on this video tonight looking on, and women, if I'm wrong, just comment and tell me. You, as women, you like a man that will give you a little bit of challenge, a little bit of spice in the relationship. If a man is too much of a hi Chris, if a man is too much of a wuss, I mean, that's why you test men. Am I right? Someone just admit that is the truth so that we can move forward. Because men really need to get this. And guys like Richard need to get this. Hi Richard, what's up, bro? But seriously guys, women need a challenge. It's the bottom line. And the problem I have is that most men aren't able to really challenge women and challenge themselves. And so I, for one, generally wouldn't be liked by a number of women simply because they know I see them. I see straight through their BS, And so when you look at me, women generally, I'm not. I know it's true, Lisa, you see? So, and Chris, thanks for just confirming that. And so women generally know just by a look of, just looking at me, that that's a guy that I don't know if I can be really confident with, because he looks like he almost doesn't care and he's going to tell me the truth. So I know, Tanisha, see? Thanks for confirming. So just 5 minutes ago, I was on Tinder. And on Tinder, I remember posting an additional photo yesterday. And I got something like about 50 to 60 likes on that particular video. Sorry, that particular image. And the thing is this. There is this one girl in particular. So obviously, yes, Richard, I know you don't have much confidence in yourself at the moment, and so that's why I'm doing videos like this, because you're hurting yourself. So she reached out to me and said, so obviously what Tinder does, I think they give a match like or something. So if one person likes another or something like that. Now, most women don't have a clue that I'm on Tinder just for research, because I don't want anybody to tell me something that I that I don't know or is not true. So I'm on Tinder just to research the behavior of women. And so what happens is that women simply use Tinder to give life to their ego and for women or female hypergamy, basically. That's the bottom line. So for example, you know Tinder is a dating app. It's supposed to be for hookups, but women would go on Tinder. Why are you there? And then the first thing they will put, the first line is no hookups. But it's a hookup app. It was designed for hookups. If you are not interested in hookups, then get another app. But they come on Tinder just to see how many guys would like them. And so for me, for one, for example, I would be on Tinder. And I remember about, before I give the story of what has happened now on Tinder, I remember about 2 or 3 months ago, there was this girl, and she posted about eight images, and I couldn't tell the number of years gap between the images. And so there's an image that she looks amazing, and then there's one that she's about 100 pounds more, and then another one that she's in the middle of the weight. And so she's talking to me with her female hypergamy again, and I had to ask her, I said, hold up. You're catfishing me because which one of the images do you look like right now? And she said, I look like the one where I'm the heaviest. And I knew right there and then that her confidence might be dropped to the floor. And I said, okay, so now I know I'm talking to a person who is overweight and they admitted that they're overweight. Okay, cool. And we continued talking, and immediately after I asked that question, you can tell that the conversation or the person who had control of the conversation switched. So I was now the person ruling the conversation. But just a minute ago, before I asked her a question, she was coming off as if she was ready to cancel me out. Now she was begging me for my validation and to see if there's interest, to see just maybe. Now my thing is this: you've seen a guy who takes care of his body. I make sure and take care of my body, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I don't care how anybody feels about it. If you're coming towards me as to try to be a spouse or someone that is in line with me, make sure your body is in order. My issue is you're not taking care of your body, but for some reason you think that you can come and approach me and have a conversation with me. No. And because I'm not afraid to say that to women, that's why they will always never, most women will never approach me or assume that they can be in a relationship with me. And I don't care. And the reason I don't care is because women also don't care. I am a relationship coach, point blank. If I'm not yet, my goal is, if not yet, very soon to be about the best there is in the Caribbean, if not the world. That's me. That's what I'm seeking. You understand? And so in doing that, I have to take care of myself, and I have to be direct, and I have to be honest. Because I will tell women some things about men, and I will tell men some things about women. Tonight I'm talking about women, and I'm going to be point blank, and I'm going to be very, very honest and direct. Women do not care about men generally. And if you're a woman and you're saying that what I just said is not true, then you are exactly who I'm talking to, because there are two kinds of women. The ones who are going to admit that what I just said is true, the ones who's going to be totally upset with what I just said, and the ones who I do not affect. And any one of the women who I don't affect, those are the ones who actually really care about men. The ones who just agreed or disagreed are the ones who don't care. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's very simple. And so most women, and I'm talking about 90-something%, unless you are interacting with a unicorn. And for those who don't know, a unicorn is a woman who men would think that they're very unique. Women don't care about women. Women care about how men make them feel and about their own hypergamy. Bottom line. Bottom line. And trust me, anyone who really knows me would know I have dated enough women to know what I'm saying is true. Because when I was treating women like dogs, and I'm being honest, when I was treating women like dogs or with no respect, I had women running me down to be with me when I was like that. Why would that be? And when I was treating women like queens, I was getting rejected. So explain to me, if I'm not being honest, why was that happening? And women are simply about their egos. when things are going smooth with most women, it's not attractive. They would lose a polarity field. So my thing is simply this. Women are about egos, and men must stop being afraid to challenge women's egos. So as I was saying, 5 minutes before I came on to this live, I simply was talking to a girl on Tinder, and she opened the conversation by saying, what, you're not going to tell me that I need to get in shape, or I'm too slim, or I need to eat to get some weight or whatever? And my response simply was, why would I need to tell you that if you are already aware of that yourself? That's the fact. You're telling me it yourself. And her response was, you're not supposed to say that to me. You're supposed to respond and say, no, you are pretty just as you are, and you are attractive just as you are. What? Why? Oh, and I'm perfect. No, you're not perfect. Your body is not perfect. You're not in perfect shape. Why would I tell you that? In fact, I don't think any woman is perfect. Why would I tell you that? She's still talking to me, and I'm seeing the message coming across as I'm talking to you guys right now. And the point is, why is she talking to me? Because she is interacting with a man on Tinder that is basically going to be very honest and is affecting her ego. And because I'm affecting her ego, she feels challenged, and it's stimulating to her. That's what's happening. You see? So that's the bottom line now. Had I said exactly what she said, I should say to her, that conversation would have ended a long time ago, because she'd have gotten the validation that she wanted, and she'd have walked away. And she'd have put another one in the bag. So it's almost as if a guy is having sex with a woman. Women would literally count how many guys have liked their images on Tinder and walk around Port of Spain, or walk around town, or whichever country that they're in, and that will give them validation. No, it's not going to happen. Look, guys, I was in the gym recently. I remember. I can give you stories from now until tomorrow morning. And I remember there being a 10-pound weight. So a girl, I mean, the gym is loaded with weights all over. What's up, Michael? And Michael, you would know. There are weights all over the gym. She's coming towards me to ask me if I can handle a 10-pound. No! You're in a gym, you're here to exercise. There's 10 pounds all over the gym. I said, no, go and get a 10-pound weight yourself. I'm here to slave. She still talks to me today. I remember another time, a girl, I went to show her something because she was doing something wrong, and she opened her mouth and said to me, what she said, boy, you're only talking to me because by talking to me, the guys in the gym will see that you're talking to the hot girl in the gym, and it will reinforce or strengthen your position in the gym. What? Guys, she told the wrong guy that. She really told the wrong guy that. I responded and say, okay, but let's discuss this. One, you are not the most attractive girl in the gym. In fact, I can show you at least 10 girls in the gym right now who looks better than you, and they just so happen to be here right now. So it means that there are probably about 50 to 100 that are actually more attractive than you. So you are by far not the most attractive girl in the gym. So I don't even know why you would think that. And then secondly, I said to her, show me one man in the gym that looks better than me right now, please. She couldn't. I said, no. Show me one guy. And it's not being cocky. She started it. But I had to shut her down because I was simply saying, and here, listen, there's some terms I really would think of sometime to respond and say. But the point is, I take care of myself. Where you get off with that confidence, or that female hypergamy that was going to tell me that I'm only talking to you because I'm trying to show guys in the gym that I'm talking to you. What? What? I mean, guys, listen. The things I encounter every day. I was just in the supermarket, and it so happened, as human beings, we tend to do the same thing over. If I go to the urinal, the washroom, I would go to the same urinal and use that same urinal. Whatever it is, we tend to do something very similar every day because it's comfortable for us. So tonight I'm interacting. And so when I walk up to the counter in the supermarket, it's like the other girls in the different counters would be like looking at that particular girl because there's some assumption now because I go to her that I like her or something. So tonight I decided on my own. I said, listen, I'm not going to go by her tonight. I'm going to go by her next girl. I can't remember what her face looks like or height or anything like that. I just choose it. And you can see on this girl's face as if like she's expecting me. Like, what? How come you're not coming by me? Like, what? And I'm like, no, why should I? Why would I come by you? And this is the thing, I will never really understand that this ego thing that women tend to have, and the thing is, I can be like this, I can be dishonest and talk like this from because my partner is not an egocentric type of person. She's not one that goes. I can literally do this video right next to her, and she probably be putting on nail polish or something because it doesn't affect her. And so this video is not for someone like her. It's for the women who tend to just feed on men. Like I was saying, another guy. Hayden, it's not. Hayden is okay. Hayden is saying that is the average woman gets the most attention because guys are less intimidated or intimidating. But the point is, it's not just that. It's that, guys, listen, and this is the thing. This is what I'm going to say to defend women. I personally don't have a problem with women and their confidence. I don't, because it's in a woman's nature to find the best man that her generations after is going to come out, or her lineage is going to come out with. She needs a leader. She needs someone who's going to be strong and a provider and confident. She wants an alpha. She wants the best of the crop. It's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. And so I don't have a problem with women. So don't get me wrong at all. I don't have a problem with women's confidence or their ego. I mean, more power to them if they have an ego. The problem is, or I should say, the thing is, I also have an ego. And so, when you approach me, I don't care how you look. It's not about how you look selfish, just come correct. Because a girl could not be attractive and I can really have a very, very deep conversation with her. So it's not really how you look. I have a problem where you think you are better than or more or overconfident and not even overconfident is that you're willing to express that confidence in what can come out as basically arrogance. That's where my real issue is. You see? And it's because women grew up and women have these kinds of these codes and these rules and stuff. For example, when I'm getting married or when I'm going to propose, I'm telling you straight up, the first thing is, I'm not going on any one knee. And these are the things that men fail at. I don't care who is upset about me saying that. If you go back and study and research where that came from and what it meant, you would see it meant that you're empowering and you're honoring someone. Guys, let me tell you something. Women are the ones who are asking for 75% of the divorce throughout the world. Alright? Stop honoring women before they need to be honored. Bottom line. If 5-10 years down the road, she stood by you through thick and thin, where she would have experienced that you went through some stuff and she didn't leave you and she walked that road with you and stuff, then when you're doing your what is it called, you're doing over your vows or whatever it is, what you can do at that point is kneel before her then and give her a bigger ring or a new ring or whatever. Stop validating women before they actually need to be validated. And I'm gay. I have no issue with women doing that, but I'm saying when I'm proposing, I'm standing up, and as a matter of fact, I'm taller than my partner. So listen, you're going to look up at me watching and asking you to marry me. You understand? And I'm not asking, would you marry me? That's punk. That's a punk question. I am stating, marry me. I'm telling you, marry me. I'm not asking you, and I've seen engagements, I've been there for a few as well, and these guys are scared out of their minds. They don't even have a clue if she's going to say yes. Listen, I'm saying, marry me, and if you say no, okay, somebody else will. I have no problem with that. But this thing about men kneeling down and scared and you're looking up and you're scared to see, that's crap. She did nothing after 6 months or after 1 year to you to deserve you to kneel and bow before her and give her any kind of honor. Stop that crap. Okay? The other thing is, there's a thing where men go out and they would meet women, and for some reason you buy a drink for her. What? She spoke to about 15, 20 men before, and her mouth is dry. Buy your own drink. You're into independent, and we are now we're looking for equality and stuff. Buy your own drink. I'm not buying drink. Men, stop trying to not make a woman feel bad, even though she looks thirsty. If she asks you to buy a drink for her, fine. But if you are just talking to a woman that you just met, I don't care how good she looks, and I'm saying it like this, guys. I don't care how good she looks. I'm not buying any drink for a girl unless she has proven something to me. I mean, I'm just talking to you. I don't care how good you look. Most women I've met that look amazing are worth almost nothing. When you have a conversation with them, they can't help you, they can't lead you, they can't give you any direction, they can't support you, nothing. But you go in and buy a drink for her, you just met her 5 minutes because she looks good or in a fitted dress? No. No. Men must cut out that nonsense where they're trying to not affect a woman's ego. Stand up there, you talk to her, she looks interested, fine, okay, you move again, whatever. And if after the second or third time she's interacting with you, you feel a vibe, she's able to have a good conversation with you, you see some value there, as a man, you can now display some kind of charm and say, okay, what do you like to drink? But as you meet a girl, your first thing is, or you're trying to appear smooth, so you're walking over to buy a drink for her, and with a drink in your hand, you don't even know what she's drinking. And let me tell you something. Guys, we know it, and women who are looking on can admit. You go to a lot of clubs and events with no money in your pocket, and you know fully well that you expect men to buy for you. You don't go with a cent. Sometimes you don't even go to a cent with any money to get into the club, and you know that because you are in a fitted dress, they're going to invite you because they need to have you in there, because they want to make the club look well and whatever, or they know you or whatever, fine. And you in your purse, you don't even have money to travel home because you expect that you meet a guy and he want to drop you home and stuff. You know? I'm saying, guys, and for the guy who have asked me to do this video, I'm not seeing him online, so he's going to look at it after. These are the things I have a problem with. Understand yourself, be on your purpose, get some value to yourself, and have some kind of worth and self-worth. Let me tell you something. In my mind, I am worth over $1 billion. And not even TT I'm talking about. I'm talking about US. And so any woman who feels that I'm not good enough for them, fine. I'll keep my money or my value and somebody else is going to get it. That's the bottom line, because I spend time and I put effort into how I look and what I do, what I say, to be able to know my value. You see? So when you're having a conversation with me, anybody, male or female, interacts with me, they're going to leave better, because some kind of conversation I would have had that is going to allow them to be better. Today, I went to repair a laptop and I'm talking to a guy who's 73. And after 45 minutes of conversation, everyone is there. So he and I started to talk, and he was trying to tell me I didn't know the things I know. And every time I raised a point, he lost. And he admitted, okay, And then he ran. The point is, he's 73. And the only thing he can say for himself is that he has a 9-year-old son because his father told him, get with a girl who is half your age and have a child. And for 73, that is all he had to his name. That's his claim. That's all he was proud of saying. So and he's telling me that the government is responsible for why he was never successful. Because at the age of 10, he was victimized. So I asked him what happened when you were 18. Couldn't answer. So he ran. And these are the things. Men are not validating themselves, putting value to who they actually are. So so when they approach a woman, it's like they're going on their knees. Listen, for those who know me, the people I've been around in my lifetime, the advice I've gotten from some family members, from some cousins of mine, guys, listen, I had no choice but to have value. You understand? And I'm telling you straight up, no woman, none, is going to get me to validate them because of their egos. And men must come to the point of where they stop that nonsense. If you don't want to go somewhere, listen, you're going to go out, you meet a girl, and you're going to ask to go, let's go somewhere, let's go to dinner, have something to eat. She's going to tell you, I don't like that restaurant, let's go to another one. Are you paying? Then no, we're going there. Is a boyfriend there? What is the reason you don't want to go there? I just don't like it. Okay. It's either we going there or we'll go somewhere else next week. But I'm going there. So either you meet me there or... And the fact is, some women may walk away. Okay. You never wanted them anyway, because let me tell you something. One of the things is, guys take women out all the time. And they buy lunch or dinner or whatever. And nothing happens. They get nothing. I know a lot of guys. It never happened to me. But I'm telling you, all the time, there are women who know that there are guys who they can call and go to dinner. That's my best friend. And nothing happens. He gets nothing. She knows he's going to get nothing, but she's hungry. So he's going to buy dinner for her. And I'm happy that there are women online. So if I'm lying, I just want one woman to say to me, you are lying. You're not talking the truth. Just go ahead. Just type it out and say, that never happened. Women don't do that. Men, stop being afraid to damage a woman's ego. That's the most detrimental thing that you can do. I remember a scenario where an amazingly gorgeous girl liked me, saw me, liked me, etc. I went to Barbados with my cousins. I think it was 2006 or 7 or something, and she saw me there and liked me. Okay, and for about I'm not lying, about 3 or 4 months, this girl cooked. And I mean, this girl is 5'9". I mean, by men's status and rating, she had a good job. Her home was amazing. You would give her a 10, maybe a 9 or 10. Guys would do that. And for about 3 months, she asked me to come over and cook and to have something just to have something to eat and whatever. And I didn't go. I had a partner of mine who said to me, "You're wicked, go." Why would a woman that amazing? And guys, whenever we went out, I never had to pay. She was literally upset. And why would a woman who looks like that and such an amazing job spend 3 months cooking 5-course meal or whatever it was and literally begging me to come over by her? Why would that happen? Because for once in her life, she was able to find a man who stood up and said, "I'm not feeling to come by you. I really wasn't feeling to come by you. I had other things to do. Other more important things to do. There were more important women in my life I was more interested in at the time. She wasn't that important to me." And she could not understand how, in God's name, I could not find her so attractive so that I can drop whatever I'm doing and come when she cooked. And she cooked dinner for me at least 5-6 times. And I'm not talking about macaroni and cheese or lasagna that women who can't cook say that they're cooking for you to come over. Because anytime a woman tells me she's cooking lasagna, I'm not going anywhere. Because I know you can't cook. So I'm not going anywhere. You understand? So I remember as well, and I'm giving you stories because, as I said, I can give you guys stories from now until tomorrow morning. Men must stop being afraid to tell a woman how they feel because you don't want to damage their egos, and you are doing more of a damage to yourself. I remember dating a girl for about 4 years, and in that 4 years, I counted it. I ended that relationship about 7 or 8 times. You understand? And it wasn't me being malicious or trying to manipulate her to be manipulative or anything like that. It was simply, you are not going to get me to do what you want only. This is a relationship. And there were a number of things I told her that I wanted. And every time I ended the relationship, she came back in some technical kind of way and said, okay, I'm going to change and I'm going to make an adjustment. And after about a month or two, things were back to normal and nothing changed. Every single time. Did she love me? I know she did. But the point I'm making is, every time that the relationship ended, her ego was damaged. Because if you see the girl, men, I'm sure now men are running her down. I'm not saying that you're not attractive, but you're not going to get me to do what you want to do only, and that's my problem. And so, after about 7 or 8 times, the 8th time, I reached a point where I sort of left the relationship for her to end. I said, I'm not going to end the relationship this time, you know. But let's just see where it's going to. Let the chips fall where it may. It is what it is. I think that was the term I used. It is what it is. So, wherever. So, whenever you're fed up, you let me know. And then she responded, you know what? I'm going to take the L. I'm going to take the L. Now, you see what happened there? I just painted the picture where I was tired of ending the relationship. I was tired of dumping her. So, I sort of let it kind of turn it to a side where she's going to be the one to able to dump me now. And so, almost as soon as I said that, I think the same day or next day, she said, you know what? I think it's the same day. She said, I'm going to take the L. You know, so you see what happened there. So her female hypergamy started to raise, and she used that to say, aha, I'm dumping him. She knows deep down inside, I was out long time. If a guy dump you 7 or 8 times, he's not invested. He's not really into it. But she still wanted to use that for her own ego and her own confidence. She changed nothing that I asked her to change. Nothing. Right? So the bottom line was, she wanted to manipulate the relationship to suit how she wanted it to be, because for her female hypergamy, that mattered to her. She did everything. She came back nice and feminine and everything because she wanted me to. I know every time I was damaging, I stood up. This is what I want. You know, gave me, okay, out, bye. And she knew that I could have walked away from that relationship at any point in time and be with somebody else if I chose to. And that is what affects women most. Ask a woman. A woman truly and truly wants a man who's a player that wouldn't play. Because if a man, if no other woman really wants him, why would I? Ask women. I'm women on the line. Why is a woman going to want you if nobody else really wants you? She just wants to know that you are hers. She wants to know that you could stand up for yourself. You have some kind of value. And so the same girl I'm talking about, when I go around with friends and they will be like, oh, and wow, and you know, and she liked the idea that all her friends found her man sexy and whatever, was willing to do nothing. Thanks, Maria, for admitting that women actually overdo it. They do. And I remember going out with her once, and I was out there, and she left me outside there for about an hour inside with her girlfriend. She was with no guy or anything. And one of the girls I remember saying, But your boyfriend is outside because all I'm all, oh, he's so hot and amazing or whatever. Doesn't do anything for me because you didn't help me to look the way I'm looking. I know why I look the way I look. So you saying that to me doesn't really validate me either. The same way you saying I don't look good doesn't validate me. So when they said that, it didn't do anything for me. But they was like, oh, okay. And she's inside. Female hypogamy again. She knows that, oh, I have a hot man outside or whatever. He want me. Nobody else want he wherever. As soon as a friend of mine, she didn't know I know the girl, but as soon as she got word that somebody's outside talking to me, she ran outside. Baby, everything okay? So I looked at her and I continued talking to the girl. Because I knew what was happening right there and then. I'm not going to stroke your ego to make sure for in your mind that, yeah, I'm still around, you still have me. So, yeah, this is just a friend I'm talking to. After a while, I said, yeah, I'm okay, I'm good. And I continued talking to the person. She now felt slighted. It never happened again, though. It never, ever happened again. So now that we are actually done and the relationship is over, we don't speak at all. So for her, as I said, she finally got her opportunity where she can say, I end the relationship, all right? She, on WhatsApp, you know, you can see where, if you're the person talking, we don't talk on WhatsApp anymore. My number is not in her phone because I'm not seeing it saved. I'm not on any social media. So as she got to give herself some kind of upper hand where she can feel, I dumped him. So she walked away now, and I'm guaranteeing you, she's telling her friends, I end a relationship, he's not what I want anymore, and wherever. You know why she's saying that? Simply because she was too lazy, and her ego wanted her to manipulate me into what I'm supposed to be for her, that she is telling her friends now that she decided not to be in a relationship anymore. I couldn't care less. Because some of the friends wanted to be with me, and let's see what happens when they interact with me. I guarantee most of her friends are going to come and meet and interact with me almost as if she and I still together, and like maybe something could happen. You know? So they're going to talk to me very, very nice, as if by telling them that is going to change something with women. No. If they feel they're attractive, they're going to come and talk to me the very same way. So she deleted me. We are not communicating at all. But you know, a birdie told me yesterday, strangely yesterday, after all these years, that she lives in the gym and she's doing everything that I told her that I needed and wanted. Now, why is she doing the exact same things that I broke up with her for all those years ago? You know why? Because the woman's ego is not going to risk her meeting another guy, and the things I had a problem with, that guy that she would invest maybe the next 2 or 3 years with is going to have the same problem. She's not going to risk that. So I want to show you guys just how bad and deadly the woman's ego is. She rather the relationship ended by me just simply telling her, asking her, trying to do things with her, a number of different things. She rather the relationship ended by not doing the simple things that I was asking her for then. But now that the relationship has ended, she's doing the things that I was asking her to do now. Because so her ego is so important to her that the very thing, if she just changed and was doing the things she's doing now, then she'd have been in a relationship. But you know what I heard she would be telling her friends, or she was telling her friends? That I was manipulative and I was abusive and she had to love herself more. And so imagine, to validate her lack of change and her ego. And a lot of women do it. And I interact with women on a daily basis, and so I know what they actually say to give themselves some kind of credence and confidence. She's saying it's me that is manipulative, not her. And a lot of times, and I want to say this to the women that are online, sometimes search within your own self and see that the problem that you may think that the guy is causing it, that you aren't the one at fault and you aren't the one that is causing the problems. Because sometimes it's not the other person. Sometimes, in most cases, in my experience, it's you. It's you causing it. But to validate yourself and your female hypergamy and your own ego, you want to say it's the other person manipulating the situation, or he's not, you have to love myself first, or he's verbally abusive or whatever, and you're not looking into the mirror and saying, am I being the kind of woman that I need to be for a man, to have the kind of man or the kind of relationship I want? And until women look deep within themselves and are willing to move aside ego and pride and really love themselves and ask themselves, am I able and willing to love a man and really love him and be there for him? Or is it just about how I look and what I want and what I'm going to get? Most relationships end simply because women are saying, I am not happy. I am not happy. Most men want a woman who's able to submit to him and allow him to lead. If you ask the average woman in today's world, are you willing to submit? The answer would be no. In fact, if you ask a woman if she's going to wash and cook, she say, am I a slave? So you're not willing to do those things and to be a woman, but you expect the man to change the car tire, make sure the car is working well, clean the yard, etc. So women are not looking to do what women should do in most cases, because any woman that wants to tell me that chores and things aren't gender specific, I wait for that day, because they don't have a clue what they're talking about. And a woman's ego is so big, women have a tendency now to damage relationships, damage themselves. Look at how many women are single mothers now. Go into the scenarios and the situations and see what women have actually done. I'm not saying that men aren't responsible, but I'm saying it's 50-50. It's not no 75-25 or 80-20 or nothing like that. Women are equally responsible for the scenarios that are happening in relationships. But 75% of women are saying that they want a divorce because they're not happy. But ask the average woman, divorced or even married today, am I as a woman, am I doing the things in a relationship for my partner or my husband that I'm supposed to be doing? And you would see, I have not met a single woman. No, I'm lying. I can think of only one in a relationship. And I'm talking about, in talking to relationships, I'm talking about tons of people, but only one is coming to mind. So the point is, it's so far and few that is really doing what they need to do in a relationship, even though the husband isn't doing it, or sometimes, and in most cases, even if the husband is doing it, they are not willing to do what it takes to be a wife to a husband. And what happens is that women tend to say at the end of the day, if I am faithful or I'm not faithful, he's going to leave me or want me anyway. Not true. And any woman is saying that, are women to run from, because when a woman is making those statements, it means that she is unwilling to do her part in a relationship. So she's using a statement as a cop-out because she is not willing to forgo ego and seek and follow love. And this is the reason, guys, why the topic I'm going to have a discussion on next week, Friday, live, would be what makes him stay and what makes him stray. Because I want to get into that, and I want to get into that deep. I know what I'm talking about with regards to relationships, because I've been on all 3 points of relationships. I've been the worst guy I know. I've been one of the best guys in a relationship I know. And I'm right smack down in the middle right now. It's the only thing in my life I'm comfortable and smack in the middle with. Because I know that being on either extremes doesn't work. So I'm in the middle, and I will decide and choose where and how I waver on which end, because it's the only way a man could survive in this world. And I want to say this last thing for women before I go. Women, you're hurting yourselves. 79 to 80% of viewers on YouTube are males. Nothing happens without repercussions. There's always a cause and effect. And the attitude that women in today's world are taking and having, I'm telling you women, I'm telling you guys, it's going to backfire. In fact, it's already backfiring on you all. Men are strategizing how to deal, treat, date, have sex with, dump, and women in today's world. I'm not going to be one of those guys or one of those coaches. I trust me, I do understand. And I do agree with most of what coaches like Eddie, EMS, Corey Wayne, all of these guys are actually saying on YouTube. When you listen to the rationale behind what they're saying and you look at what is being said and why, you can't disagree. But I will not teach that. I believe in relationships. I believe with knowledge and gender intelligence there is hope. So I am hoping that I can stand as one of the coaches and one of the people on YouTube and in this world that is going to be balanced. But trust me, it's difficult when you see what women are doing out there, how they are thinking, how they're behaving, how they're acting with regards to men in relationships. And all I'm saying to women is make an adjustment, because it's going to hurt either you or your children in the future. Alright guys, so like, comment, subscribe, Creative from Chaos, join my YouTube channel, subscribe, and make sure and like this video. Leave a comment so let me know what you think about what was said tonight. If there's anything that I left out, let me know what you need me to discuss next. Alright, so bye for now. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.